If you are in a twin flame relationship, this is for you. If you are breathing and watching this video, this is for you. This is a twin flame relationship hack. This is a relationship hack. This is a life hack. Hi, I'm Nicole Peretti with Twin Flame Revolution. I am one half of that baby. I'm a consciousness mentor, badass coach, and just a beautiful soul. So when we are born, our first experience with God, the mother, and God, the father, are our parents. And some of us are born into single homes. Some of us are born into chaotic homes. We go through many things. And so when you've grown up and you've had bonding wounds, right, with your parents, when maybe there was a lot of conditions, programming, there was abuse and things of that nature, what happens is we will begin to reflect back out to the world, as within, so without. So inside of each one of us, we have the divine mother and the divine father, the masculine and the feminine within us. And so we will start to represent our masculine and feminine the way we perceived it with our parents. We will start to represent that with ourselves. You know where I'm going with this. If dad abandoned you or abused you, if mom didn't show up, if mom was a victim, mom was a martyr, you understand what I'm saying? We start to take on these roles with ourselves. And so what happens is when we get into a relationship, if we are not, okay, we have all these parts within us, right? If we have inner child parts that are crying and screaming for love, those parts that were abused, those parts that were neglected, they show up in the relationship. You guys have done inner child work, probably inner parts work. If you don't know what that is, we have inner parts. We have the inner child. We'll have many versions of that child. We'll have like 3-year-old Nicole, right, who was abused and is crying and screaming and shows up and fights with Dove, or 16-year-old Nicole, Nick, right, this prepubescent boy energy that was me, that was cocky, that was, really selfish, that was a cheater, that was all these things to make myself feel better about myself, and that couldn't see past my shoes because it was all about Nicole. That'll show up sometimes when I get triggered. In my relationship, you guys know what I'm talking about. And the thing is that for those parts to feel fed, for those parts to heal, for those parts to heal, there needs to be the divine mother and the divine father within each one of us, because we have the divine masculine, divine feminine energy within us to show up as these adult parts. And that those pieces can go to that safety. Because if you are going to, and this is going to be a kicker, if you are going to try to find that within your partner and you have not accessed it within you, if you don't know how to love on yourself, be good to yourself, protect yourself, nurture yourself, your partner will never be enough. Your partner will never be enough. Right? So in my, doing parts work, I realized that there was parts of me, the divine mama, the divine masculine, the divine father within me, that those other parts that were wounded could run to for healing. That I could be, my own solace, that I could be my own protector, that I could be my own love, I could be my romance, I could be my sexy self. I could show up for myself. Because when we do that, when you learn to do that, and you can, when you learn to be that in your life, the polarity in all your relationships are going to shift. First of all, you're going to attract like frequency. You're going to attract that love without you. Right? When we are that love within, when we are taking care of ourselves, when we are setting really beautiful boundaries that are honest and authentic and vulnerable, when we are being true to our divine nature, when we're being true to ourselves, that frequency that we are pulsating within is going to attract. And so if your partner's not really wanting to show up in that way, it's going to push them away. or that light that you are being may access some points within them and they may want to change and shift, right? And then the polarity changes and becomes beautiful. Either way, you're good. Because you're that part. You're that mama. You are that father to yourself. So wherever you are in your journey, and wherever you were when you were growing up, and whatever you went through, right? Even when we become this beautiful, place of of solace and healing and comfort and safety within ourselves. It doesn't matter what we went through in their past. Right? Because all the parts that were neglected and all the parts that were wounded, all those parts, they have a safe place to go to, which shifts your past. Doesn't make it so gloomy. Doesn't make you want to blame your past. Doesn't want to make you blame those in your past. Doesn't make you lose energy to your past. Doesn't make you have, that energy siphoned from those people that maybe hurt you from your past. Because you yourself become all those pieces that you didn't have. You start to heal. You start to stop looking outside yourself. You start to go within, and you become whole again. And everything changes then. I would love to have you guys leave comments, share if this was helpful. I really want to talk more and more about this. We're going to go more deeply, but I thought that this was a great place to just start to unravel thought, start to unravel truth, start to have those seeds be planted for you to think about it and dance with it. So I send you guys so much love. You are so loved. You are so beautiful. And till next time, light and love.